Right now, Ukrainian military officials are claiming that more than 14,000 Russian troops have been killed since the start of the war. The U.S. military has no way to confirm those numbers. They also say they've destroyed hundreds of Russian tanks and aircraft. CNN unable to independently verify those claims. However, the U.S. military has estimated at least some 10% of Russian hardware destroyed or inoperable in this war. This is we're learning that the commander of an elite Russian paratrooper unit, as well as 4 of his top lieutenants, killed in the last 24 hours.
CNN's Natasha Bertrand joining us now from EU headquarters in Brussels. Those losses, there's a lot of talk about how those losses may be impacting the situation on the ground in Ukraine right now, Natasha.
Yeah, Erica, and what Western intelligence and military officials are telling us is that they believe that the losses have contributed to sagging morale within the Russian troops, that they believe that this has, because of how many troops they've lost, up to 10,000 in some estimates, they believe that this has become difficult for them to maintain. We've seen them stalling around certain areas, including in their attack on Kyiv, which has been stalled for a number of days and weeks now, and as well in the eastern part of the country as they try to move westward, they have stalled. So this is having an impact on the ground, they believe, but it's important to remember that this is not only a ground operation, right? This is also a Russian they're conducting airstrikes, they're launching missiles, so whether or not the losses are actually impacting the morale, it remains unclear how that's actually going to affect the overall Russian military operation in the country. Now, we're also told that this has had an impact on their ability to actually resupply forces. They're having difficulty kind of replenishing their troops, and they are trying to get new troops from as far afield as the Pacific. They're recruiting from Syria. They're recruiting certain mercenary groups, so they clearly are having some trouble resupplying here. But at the same time, it's not only the Russians that have suffered losses, obviously, it's also the Ukrainians, and there's no real good picture of how many Ukrainians soldiers have lost their lives over the last month of this war either. It's been difficult for the intelligence community to pinpoint one way or another how many of those forces have actually died. But ultimately, what the U.S. and Western intelligence officials tell us is that they believe that Russian President Vladimir Putin is not deterred, that he still believes, despite all of these losses, that he can take, I should say, the entire country of Ukraine. Jen, Erica.
Natasha Bertrand in Brussels, thanks so much. Joining us now to discuss CNN